Hello.
I'm so happy and so honored to be here with you. And we're so excited because House Labs is live. It's happening, and I'm wearing it on me right now. It's such an amazing brand, and the products are crazy ethical, if that's even a word. But it's just, and I used to do artistry like back in a past life, and these are the types of products that I know any artist needs in their kit, or if you're just starting, they perform so well. But we'll get all into that. Before we do, I know you don't need any intro, but I would love if you could talk to our viewers and let them know who you are.
I would love to do that. First of all, thank you so much, Carla, for taking the time to talk to me today. I just want to thank you. I want to thank Sephora. I want to send hearts out to all the fans that are watching and new customers. I'm Lady Gaga, and I am a musician. I'm an actress, and I'm an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and I'm the founder of House Labs, which is my makeup brand. And we wanted to bring to you supercharged clean artistry. And the definition of that is that basically we make very clean, cleaner than clean makeup. So makeup that's very safe to use, but we make it without color compromise. So we have a range of colors. And it's also infused with amazing skincare. So it's actually good for your skin. And I'm so excited to talk to you about it today. And I'm so happy that you really saw the artistry and what we made, because I say this all the time, but I feel like this line covers the rainbow because yeah. I've experienced such a colorful life with all my fans, and that is what inspired this line to be what it is today.
Yeah, and I feel like colorful is almost like an understatement. I think from the beginning of your career, which a lot of us have been following, we have seen so many amazing, on top of the music and the movies and all of that, we've also seen amazing, memorable makeup looks on you that ranged from, more bold and more editorial to maybe more like subdued. So to me, it made sense for you to have a brand that's just like focused on artistry and all these amazing products. But what was it for you that made you feel like, let's start a beauty brand?
Well, I really wanted to start a makeup company when I was really, really young, because I admired artistry brands so much. Because when I saw their makeup in the windows, I also saw so much diversity in the models. I saw people that, identified in so many different ways, that they were from all walks of life, all different sizes, all different colors. And I knew that that was the community that I wanted to be a part of, and that was my heart. So I wanted to make a makeup line, but it took us actually a few years to really hone in for me on the vision that I wanted to have for the brand, which was to make makeup that mattered. And what did the future mean to me? So to me, the future will always have artistry at the heart of it, and an imaginative spirit. But I also thought to myself, how can I really give back to the global community in a way that the global community has given to me, which is standard of excellence when it comes to artistry. So these products are not only high performing, but they're safe and they're good for you. And I wanted everybody to be able to experience all the colors and
so many
without compromise color. Because I know but sometimes with clean makeup, you don't get color.
Yeah.
I feel like, I couldn't have become who I am today without having access to not only a range of colors, but the ability to express myself and be inspired.
Yeah, they used to call it heartistry, which like when you saying the heart and the artistry, I just think heartistry. Speaking of words, 3 words to that you would use to explain your brand or to describe your brand.
So actually, I do describe our brand in 3 words, which is great and perfect. So I have an answer for you. I say supercharged.
Yes.
Our makeup every product is supercharged with an ingredient story. So there's always good ingredients in our makeup. 2, we are clean. And I know that Sephora has clean standards, and we are under the clean seal of approval by Sephora, but we are cleaner than clean. We remove 2,700 ingredients from our makeup that's bad for your skin. So clean. And also, I say artistry. So supercharged clean artistry. So it's that mixture of makeup that is safe, that's good for your skin, that's good for the planet, but also gives you all the palette that you need to make whatever look you want. And I want people to know that also, if you don't love wearing really bright colors, there's so much that we have to offer in neutrals. I mean, I'm today wearing, you know, a burgundy shimmer, a copper, a gold shimmer, a mocha matte lip with a beautiful secondary PhD hybrid lip oil stain. The bronzers and the highlighters, they're talc free. You know, this is a makeup experience that you can feel good about. I love, for example, our bronzers. You know, they're infused with fermented arnica, which is our ingredient, and that combats redness. I have a ton of redness. I know a lot of people know, not everybody, that I have fibromyalgia. I have a pain syndrome. So I've always used arnica to help heal, you know, my joint pain. And I wonder if it would help with inflammation in the skin the way that it helped with inflammation in the body. And it turns out it does. So, you know, if you have redness on your face, if you want to improve your skin while you're wearing your makeup, that's what we do.
Yes. And if I could add a word, I would say performance. Like they perform, they do and give what they're supposed to give. So without further ado, I know everyone wants to get into it. Let's get into some product, and you can start wherever you want to start. And with what I have pretty much, I think I have everything here. So I'll follow your lead.
Okay. Well, I have so much that I can show you. I think what I'd love to start with actually is our high power pigment paint.
Yes. Love that.
I love them so much. The high power pigment paints, we have 20 of them, and we call them high power, like HY, because a lot of hydration in them. So they're packed with plant squalene as well as hyaluronic acid. And what's really amazing about them also is if you use a brush like this,
yes,
you can
reflection.
You can make an eyeliner with them, like a cream pigment. Also, if you use more of an eyeshadow brush, you can blend them out the way that I did today.
Yeah.
This more sort of like blended eye. And these paints, they mix. So what's really, really special about them additionally is that, for example, if I wanted to wear this magenta shimmer, mix it with our white onyx matte, and it would make it lighter. But if I make this magenta shimmer darker, oh, just dropped it, sorry. If magenta shimmer darker, I could mix it with our black onyx matte. So that would make the shade darker. So they are artistry products because you can mix them together.
And these just so you all know, like these do not move, but you can also use them pretty much like for eye, lip, and cheek. For me, I've used them kind of just all over my eye and kind of like blended them in with the beige, the cocoa, and then obviously the mint underneath mixed with the white onyx to kind of create that really beautiful, almost matching the top. Yes, you see how pretty that's, and I swatched them all here for you so you all don't have to, and they do not move. Like once they're on, they're on. They stay. Love that.
It's beautiful, and I love what you did with it. It looks beautiful, and you did it on your eye like an eyeliner. I can see.
Yeah, I did, and then I also did the black. So what I did too, what I think is amazing, and you'll show them in the liners. The liners kind of come with this almost like smudging moment, so I just had to use this to kind of like, you know. So I didn't even almost have to use like anything. Like everything was at the ready.
Looking at is our Optic Intensity liner.
Yes.
And I'm also wearing that. Now I'm wearing it in Amethyst Matte, which I love because it has more of a purple undertone, which is great because I have green eyes, so I really like that.
Yeah.
What I like about it is it has this amazing, you know, vegan brush at the other end. So if you want to bring your eyeliner, you don't have to bring a brush with you. And additionally, I don't know how many people that are watching care about, you know, what they're putting on their eyes, but at Haus Labs, we really want the makeup to be safe. And we also want you to be able to walk in your values if you're someone that likes to be good to the planet and your skin. So this is a matter than matte black onyx matte eyeliner that is also carbon black free. So there's no carbon black in this. There's also no carbon black in our high power paint. So it's the environment and it's good for your skin. It's completely safe in your waterline. It's not going to make you red, and it has argan oil and vitamin E in it.
Yes, and it's like a deep, like intense black. I did the paint on here too, and it just the way that it goes on, and I was like, the way that it worked as a liner, it's so intense, and the fact that there is like no carbon on it, and it's just the most, almost the most intense black you can get is amazing.
And it doesn't skip, and it gives you that line that you want. I mean, I also use these eco liners as an as almost like an eyeshadow sometimes.
Yeah.
Really get it all over the eye, and it has a good amount of playtime if you want to blend it out.
Yeah, I did the deep cocoa kind of like closer to my lash line, and then just use that end of the brush just to kind of like really diffuse it out. And that brush is so precise because sometimes it's almost hard to get that really straight line when it comes to pencils, but it just, you can drag it out. And like you said, there's enough playtime that you can really manipulate it the way you want to, and then it just sets and it stays. Like I know I'm good for the rest of the day.
It's wear it all day long, and what is also I think it's important because I think that this, you know, the nuances and the details of making a product matter to me. And the brush also, even though it's precise, it doesn't hurt, you know. So I one of the tricks that I always use is I love to put white in my waterline.
I do too.
I always use the brush at the end even to smooth it out. I also sometimes, if you're not into using white because you feel like that's too bright for you, we also offer a beige matte. So you can use this inside the eye.
And I did use the beige, yes. And I mixed the beige with the kind of like the, what was the sage? And then it kind of gave that really pretty.
It's gorgeous. And then you can actually use the brush waterline and it does not hurt.
Oh, I love, oh, let me see really quick. Hold on. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because it was super soft even when I was using it kind of like on my lid. Oh, I love that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's so soft because sometimes you can get like those really like the ones that are very precise, but they kind of poke into your eye. But this is so soft and it just blends everything out so beautifully.
We wanted the makeup to be comfortable, and we want when you put it on for it to feel good.
Yes, and it does. And again, like I said, the moment that you almost forget, you know, not to like with, like you said, with clean products, sometimes you have to kind of manipulate it a certain way, or you don't feel like you're getting enough, you know, payoff. But this, you almost forget that it's so clean, and because it just feels like your like high performing artistry products, which they are.
I think that, you know, to be fair, so many people said to me, if you guys go clean, you know, you're never going to be able to make high performance color. It's not going to be pigmented. You can't make that happen. They also told me that I could never put proprietary skincare ingredients in color, that there was no innovation in makeup, that it wasn't possible. And I found that not to be true. If we were relentless, and I have to hand it to our entire team, they worked so hard. They were working round the clock to really elevate these products. I mean, our Velvet Power Sculpt bronzer.
Yes.
This has that fermented arnica in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you here.
And it blends.
I know that you've swatched. I'll help you out here and do it too.
So pretty.
Watch that fermented arnica, we got it in there, and it's an amazing tool for both bronzing and warming up your look, but also you can sculpt with it. Look at the payoff on your cheek. It's beautiful. And
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and it like, I remember when I was kind of trying to figure out which color was for me, so I was like kind of just going over them with my finger, and they're so soft. Like they just kind of glide onto the skin, which I really love, because my skin is kind of like naturally drier, so powders can come off a little like a little splotchy, but this one just blended so well.
Not only do we not want it to be splotchy, but also, you know, if you have pattern redness on your skin like I do, you know, you don't want that redness sort of mixing in with the color and creating even more of a patchy look. So what I love about this is that I'm treating my skin while I'm wearing it.
Yeah. And so this one, and it comes in 12 shades. So I have about like 4 up here, but I think it's 12 full shades. So there is a range from light to dark. So everybody is covered with the shades of the bronzer.
Extremely important that we were inclusive in the way that products, that they operate well on all skin tones. And look at that beautiful payoff. You can achieve any look that you want. And that's what I believe about artists. It shouldn't be something that limits you to looking type of way. You should be able to look however you want. And the bronzer actually leads me pretty easily into our Bio Radiant Gel Highlighter.
I want to know.
I have on Moonstone today.
This one, which is so pretty.
But there are so many beautiful colors.
Yeah. This pink amethyst is so pretty, and I'm kind of between pink amethyst or peach quartz.
And Fire Opal is amazing. This is Sunstone.
And then you also have Bronzite.
Yes.
Which is so beautiful for any, for deeper. And then you have Chocolate Opal.
Yes, I love
so beautiful.
Chocolate, and it's just, it's more of a glow than a glitter. So you're, again, not get that patchiness and you're not fall out. So it works really beautifully with our bronzer, but it also, it will work beautifully with whatever you like to use.
Yeah, and it does feel just, so this is, you said it's like a gel powder. Amazing. And I'm going to do this with my fingers so you can all see. Oh, that's so pretty. And it just, the way that it looks like second skin almost, as opposed to just kind of like this like highlighter skin. Oh gosh, I can't. And I don't typically do, like, I just go for a matte look, but this is like so different.
Yeah, I was not as into highlighter before until we developed this product, and I made a highlighter that I really, really love.
Yeah. Because it just, for me, it just looks like second skin. And I think even during, like, now that we're going into summer where everyone's a little bit more dewy, a little bit more glowy, this is the jam, y'all.
Right. It's definitely dewy and glowy, but it's not a cream, but it is a gel powder. So it's sort of that in between. I love that product. And again, it's got that fermented arnica. It's taking care of the skin while you're wearing it. And actually, I love to use it as an eyeshadow. So if you do go for the bronzer and the gel highlighter, you throw them in your bag, you can actually use an eyeshadow brush and you can do contour, you can do eyeshadow, you can do highlighting. It's just, you can cover the whole face.
And you did Moonstone, you said?
I did.
So pretty. It's so pretty on you too.
Works on all skin tones.
Yeah, I'm putting that all over the body. Okay.
I love
that so much.
So next, what I can take you to is our LM lip crayon.
Yes. Okay.
So the LM lip crayon really comes in 13 shades, and they are all, you know, they're not all neutrals. Colors that really. It's a really, really beautiful, beautiful lipstick, and I wanted it to have the control of a lip liner, but have the feeling of a lipstick.
Oh yeah, so creamy.
Yeah, and that creaminess is coming from mango seed oil, so that's also nourishing the lip at the same time.
Yeah.
Today I'm wearing it in mocha matte, which I really love. But I love all the colors of this lip crayon.
Yeah, you said mocha matte. I have mauve matte, which I think is like calling my name. This is very like in my in my house, if you will.
This is my house.
And I live here. Oh, that's so pretty. And it does, because you know, sometimes I would carry, well, all the time I'd carry like liner with the lipstick, and I kind of feel like you could just.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, I'm not saying don't wear lip liner. I love lip liner, but you don't need a lip liner with you if you have this product, because you get that control and you can make that sharp edge using the crayon. Now, I like to layer it, but I will show you here. Here's like all the colors. There are so, it just dropping.
I know, I'm dropping everything over here.
So many colors. And
yeah, so if you love your reds, your berries, your mauves, your pinks, it's like everything's in here.
The eco liners that I showed you, they come in so many, 18 different colors. As well. And then the lip oil that actually I have on today, you're probably going to see me put this on so many times that you're going to say, lady, try your other lip oils. But my favorite is Secondary.
Oh, it's kind of like that pretty, almost like orangey.
It looks orangey, but it just gives a peach glow. And I really like to layer it over top of the LM crayon, but I also wear it a little, leave a light tint on the lip. But this is great because, so if you pair it with the LM crayon, and then you get the prickly pear oil that's in here and also vegan collagen, so you're getting that nourishing lip plumping experience, but it's not lip plumping in the way that, you know how your lips can sting. There's no sting.
Yeah, it's not going to feel like tingly or anything like that.
Fragrance, the taste is just like a very clean product. And they say that women consume between 5 to 9 pounds of lip product in their lifetime.
Because they just eat it from like when they...
You have it in your mouth, like on your mouth.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to us that you're clean. It's important to me to make clean products because it's going into your body. I don't want you to eat anything bad.
Exactly. And sometimes though, you know, sometimes you have those oils or glosses that just smell really good that you want to eat them and they're probably like not good for you. But yeah, this is like, I love this. It really is fragrance free and you don't feel like a tingle, but I can't wait to see how it plumps. But I do love how you could throw this on like whether you want to put it over a lipstick or on nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing at all is great. And then also, you know, when you do it with nothing at all, once it sort of, you know, like hydrates the lips, it just leaves that stain. You know, it's just a wonderful, wonderful product. I like it because then I don't have to apply.
Yeah. And it'll just like stay. Yeah. And it just makes your lips look so like luscious. And you always have the best lips. Like, yes. So good. I'm like obsessed. I'm like over here like, hey, look at
you. But a little bit more of like a sophisticated finish, I think.
Yeah.
And what else? Okay, I do have to talk about our award-winning Edge Precision Brow Pencil.
Yes.
Which comes in 13 inclusive shades.
So many shades. So there's these, and then there's 3 more over here. There's so many shades.
I like to give people options when it comes to eyebrow. All have hairs, and I want you to be able to really find your shade. I usually use 2 different shades, and I sometimes change it depending on what it is. And I love this product. I'll just show you here that it comes with a super soft spoolie.
So you can brush those babies up.
Yeah, you can up. But I love that it's soft. I don't like a brush that hurts. And then a super micro tip pen. Yeah.
Yeah.
With micronized pigment and vitamin E. So you're, you know, still treating the area. The payoff is beautiful. And we called it the edge because it helps you to get that super fine edge right here at the base of the brow.
And you could get on the edge of glory, y'all, with the edge brush.
That too.
You get on the edge of glory. What I can tell you I really appreciate about this is I shy away from brow pencils because sometimes they're for me, a little too waxy and they don't, and I don't know what it is about if it's my skin, but sometimes you won't get the payoff from it. So I just I'm a pomade girl through and through. But what I loved about this was it really did show up in my brows. I used it as like, you could see the strokes in there. No pencil has been able to do that for me. And like, it's so soft. You get the color payoff. And I did use the 2 colors. I used brown, black, and dark brown to kind of create, and then just create the strokes in there.
Yeah, I use ash brown and I use taupe. I sometimes change it up. Sometimes I'll use the black one because I want a really, really dark brow. But we worked very hard on this pencil. We wanted it to be able to give you those brush strokes. And one of the tricks that I actually use is I don't lay my brows down first.
Me neither.
I don't use the brow gel or a freeze of any kind before I put on the pencil, because if you do that, it can give it that like sort of, like you said, like it can be like that waxy feeling and it looks like makeup. Whereas this more naturally, if you put it first, it will just look like a beautiful brow.
Yeah, and I never knew how people did that because they would lay their brows down and then they would put product in it. But for me, anytime I would, like, it would be so hardened that the product itself wouldn't lay down. And I'm just like, I don't know if I just can't do it. But Yeah, this one is really nice because I'd like to place this down first. Then if I had a gel to kind of go over it, um, I would. But yeah, this performs really well. So if you all aren't into pencils, or if it's not like your thing, like definitely give this a try, because even I'm someone who doesn't use a pencil, and it like literally did
Oh, that makes
the
me.
thing. Yeah, it did the thing.
And you actually, one other thing I wanted to show you is that I showed you the paints already, but I wanted to shout out these two paints in particular. This is blush matte as well as magenta shimmer, which is and these are all amazing blush. And if you use
Yes.
yours, you can blend, and you just need a little bit, and just go from apple to here, and it's just a beautiful glow, and it's hydrating.
Um, yes, and I was gonna say to you, the like these swatches that I did on my arm, that was off of one tiny little dot that I did of this paint. Like a little bit goes a long way. So,
Yeah.
I would just build
Look,
as you go. Y'all.
it's cute. So pretty. I
Yeah, I'm just trying to like build. This one is the magenta shimmer, and it's actually so pretty over the highlighters because it's a shimmer and it's like just almost blending right into it.
It's almost like having the highlighter with the blush at the same time when you use the magenta shimmer. But I love artistry, so of course I go for the highlighter right after in addition. But what's also nice is if you were to throw the magenta shimmer into your bag, you have your cheek product, you have your lip product, you can throw this on the eye as well. It gives you a beautiful flush.
Which is great because I was going to tell you, I'm actually headed right to the airport right after this. And I started using these products this morning ahead of this live. And I was like, wait, let me change out everything that's in my makeup bag because everything is so condensed and I'd like to travel with as least amount of products as possible. And there's so many different things that you could use for different things. So I have to rehaul everything that I'm packing into my makeup bag right now
All right.
because it's so amazing. But we are just so honored that you came on and shared your brand with us, and welcome to the Sephora family. One thing we like to do with some of our guests that are on for the first time and our new brand founders is we want to ask you, what was your first Sephora memory?
My very first Sephora memory actually was when I was probably about 12 years old, 13 years old. There was a Sephora just down the street from my house growing up. And I went in and I actually worked when I was really, really young at restaurants in the neighborhood. And I worked because I wanted to do a lot of extracurricular activities, but also be able to, spend time with friends. And having extracurricular activities for me meant musicals.
Yes.
I needed makeup for my musicals to be in my performances. So I needed good makeup eventually. Now, I used to go to drugstores to get as
Great.
much of that. And I learned how to, the trick of getting a powder shadow and then, dipping your brush in water and turning it into an eyeliner. But I remember going into Sephora and I was so enamored with how beautiful the store was and the way everything was displayed. And I discovered Hula by Benefit. And I'm so excited about the bronzer. I was a bronzer fanatic, and all the photos of me when I'm in high school, I have a ton of bronzer on. And it just made me feel really good, and on the inside and the outside. And I really mean it when I say this, that growing up loving makeup and loving being a performer has stuck with me my whole life, and it's why I wanted to do this. And I didn't want to give the world anything other than something excellent. And just thank you so much to you. And I wanted to ask you actually, because I don't get to, do it. This Instagram live, it's so much about our products, but I wanted to ask you, what is the thing that made you really, really fall in love with makeup and make you the person you are today?
Okay, we're switching it up, y'all. So I, as a trans woman, in my past life, it was like, for me, the way to becoming who I wanted to be was through makeup. I would sneak into my mom's bathroom anytime nobody was home, or anytime I had I got off of school early and no one was going to be home yet. I would sneak into my mom's room or my sister's, use their makeup, wear their clothes, and just feel so close to myself. And then, I knew it was like a temporary fleeting feeling because I had to change before anyone got back. And my family is super supportive, but I just wasn't there mentally to, and I didn't even really know what I was going through yet. And then as I grew and really kind of learned makeup and then kind of got into my transition, makeup was the number one thing that made me feel closest to who I was internally. And then I ended up working for cosmetic brands, a lot of the brands that we know and love today. And then it led me here to Sephora, but makeup has always made me feel, and it's just that it's that moment where I would put on my makeup and I'd feel like myself. And I'm like, that's who she is. That's who she's supposed to be. And, you know, and I've grown up now to know that, you know, I feel beautiful even without it. But what it's done for me and for my journey, and now being able to work at Sephora and hang out with you on Beauty Chat Room, like, if it wasn't for the love of makeup that I had, I don't think I would be here talking to you and then talking to you about this brand that I think is going to do the same thing for a million other people like me, or like anybody who feels, you know, like they need to get closer to who they are. But thank you so much for asking that.
Quite, I mean, I really care about everybody's stories, and you know, like your story is so beautiful, and the way that you said, you know, that you wanted to feel closer to yourself through makeup. You know, I think so many people that don't wear makeup maybe think that when you're wearing makeup, it's like to cover things up, or it's just because you're insecure or you're trying to, you know, get attention. But I have a completely different relationship with makeup, and you have a completely different relationship with makeup. And it's this thing that I agree, that idea that you said, it makes you feel closer to you. And it's just, thanks for sharing that with me, because that's why I do what I love too. It was the community that was all around me, and I had such a wonderful time today at the Sephora store. I got to be with all the beauty advisors. I got to see the gondola and that I helped design in the store, and just knowing that, you know, you are, you know, representing a place that I believe in so much, that I always have believed in. It just reminds me that I was believing in the right things, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you've really definitely opened the doors for so many other people to feel closer to themselves, whether it was through your music, through your art, or even through your brand. And so personally, from me to you, I really do want to thank you for all you've done, not just for my community, but for everybody around you, because you definitely have shed your light on the world.
Thank you.
Now you're making me cry in the live.
Very emotional today. And that's just, I'm just being real, because
Yeah.
this is not it. You know, I did this company as a startup. This was not a licensing deal. Or my name and my image. You know, I don't get royalties in the same way. Like, this is my company, and you know, the stakes are high when you love the world. You know, and I love people, and I wanted to do it right. And I just appreciate you so much. And I see all the comments too, like all the hearts, the I love yous, and people, you know, being kind and loving on. I just saw someone said, "We love you, Carla. Beautiful story." Like, this is what it's all about. And I I just, thanks for accepting me, and thank you for always, to everyone in the beauty community watching, like, thank you for always inspiring me and making me feel less alone, because I still do this. I don't know if you still do this, but when I feel really alone or I feel really, really sad, I put on makeup.
Yeah.
And it helps me feel like I can do anything, and I always have myself to return to.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, we are so grateful. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You can come on anytime. I will be here and hang out with you at anytime you want to hang out. And before we kind of head off this live, what I'm going to do, what we do typically on Beauty Chat Room, is we're going to hold up some product to the camera for about like 3 awkward silent seconds, just to get a good thumbnail. So I'm going to do some highlighter, some bronzer, which PS, I also am a Hoola bronzer lover. Shout out to Benefit. And then this morning you changed my life with the Power Sculpt. So now I'm like a number 5.
I'm not trying to be competitive with Benefit and Hoola, because and to be honest, I love all makeup. I want everybody to, you know, be celebrated. But these are our products. This is what we do. And I have what I'm wearing. I'm going to put my other eyebrow pencil in here, because I use 2 eyebrow pencils usually to create dimension. So I have
and this beige paint, thank you for this. Is like my new favorite thing. I'm putting this as a nude lip and all over my eye.
Great. You can use it as a lip, but also I use it as a primer for eyeshadow.
Yeah, you can place it right over. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
And this is what I'm wearing today. I really wanted to show off our shimmer paints.
Oh yeah, show the shimmer.
A lot of the matte ones, but here is the burgundy, the copper, and the gold shimmer.
So good.
So if you love a neutral, these ones are for you.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, LG. We had the best time hanging out with you. And thank you again for your story. Thank you for all the love you've given the world, and for blessing the world with House Labs. I'm going to be throwing this at everybody I know, like, you need this in your life. And just thank you for visiting the stores this morning and hanging out with us on Beauty Chat Room again. Come back anytime.
Thank you so much. I will be back. Thank you, Carla. And thank you to the rainbow that is watching. Thank you for bringing all the color into my life. And I just want to give you all that color back, but I want to give it to you clean.
Love it and love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you.
Bye.